What the? What? A 9? 9? What's going on, man? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. What is this?
You're between the threads of time. I don't know why you're doing this. I don't know what you want from me. But please, let me go for just a moment, please. What happens next is only the beginning.
What? Huh? Where the hell am I? Oh, man. What? All this dead shit. You know, it's like I really can't catch it. You know? It's like I can't catch a break with giant lizard monsters. Oh God, please! Please don't hit me! Please! Hold up, you missed out on hanging out with your buddies. To have carnivorous moments with some lady you never met?
Oh, but you should have seen her. She was a stunner.
I don't care.
Oh, no. She lit up the room.
I don't care if, dude, hang out with your friends lights up the room, man.
I had to.
Oh my God, who are these friends of yours? They just let you get away with that?
Yeah, but in life, there's lots of regrets, and we can't afford to let those dreams die.
You know, it's really nice having a conversation with someone that isn't trying to hurt me by any way. You know, it's really nice. Well, coincidentally, a portal opened up.
See ya.
God, I have so many things to do, man. I got so many things to do. I got this figure to review, that figure to review, that figure to review.
Oh, that was some... Wait a minute. This isn't my house. This is Tiz's house. I'm in Tiz. Oh my God, here he is. Hey, Tiz.
Spam? How did you even get here, dude?
Look, man, I don't feel like explaining it. It's a long story. Can you just ship me home?
All right. I can do that. I can ship you home pretty quick. 2 to 5 business days, maybe.
Nah, I'm gonna need you to ship me now.
Now?
Yes, now.
Now?
I'll give you Taco Bell.
All right. I guess I'll ship you now. But hey, if I ask you for your help, you better be there.
Now, I can finally rest after all that bullshit.
Hey, what about this pizza, huh? You're gonna love it. You're gonna love this pizza, huh? Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, let's get to a review now. Well, here he is. Let's just gently unbox him. Here he is, all decked out with this nice box.
Hope you don't mind the change of background. I just didn't feel like using the room. And if you do mind it, I'm sorry I failed you.
One with the problem?
Yeah! Why the fuck are you digging in like this? I want to know!
You want to know why, Natty?
Yeah!
You want to know why?
Why?
Because I have thoughts of men!
What? Let's just start with the sculpting. It is pretty good. I mean, you can see the wrinkles on this damn figure, you know, and the muscles. He has like very nice muscles and shit. I don't really know what to say about the sculpt other than they're probably gonna reuse it for a black suit or, you know, a variant where it's like black instead of blue. or another character. Really, it's just a blank body mold with wrinkles. So yeah, expect this in the future, I guess. As for paint, very nicely painted, huh? 50 smackaroos. 50 smackaroos, huh? Look at that. Look at that. 50 smackaroos. 50 smackaroos. 50 smackaroos. Ass. Painting is ass. It's awful, really. $50, and they still have missing web lines.
I'm gonna just interrupt a bit. The web lines, yeah, they are a problem. And it's not only that, let me just showcase a couple images I found from friends and other sources of the web line problem and the QC.
You could see the line. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of images online that there is a bunch of QC. I don't know why. This is $50. Hasbro, billion-dollar company, and they can't fix their machines for shit that make the lines. They can't they can't. I don't know. I really don't know why we're still having this issue with Spider-Man. I get that he has so many lines, but like, come on, dog. I expected this when it was like windowless and shit. We're done with the windows. Why is there still shitty web lines? Y'all can do good web lines. Look at this shit. Look at that, Miles. Huh? You mean to tell me you can't do it with this? I mean, there's a difference. One is actually sculpted. This is a bare fucking base body for an custom. Yeah. Painting is not the best. It really holds the figure back, especially for what it's worth by the $50. So honestly, yeah, that's the biggest complaint I'll give it, is that the paint really holds it back. The aside, I can really see what they're going through. The mask, at least my copy, looks all right. It looks pretty fine. I guess it looks cool, yeah. My favorite shade of blue. I prefer the Amazing Friends one, but it's okay. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. The QC, bad paint, holds it back from being great. But aside from that, if yours doesn't have any copy, then you're looking at a great Spider-Man with just a great Spider-Man. That's it.
Goo goo gaga. I want milk.
This is the main selling point of this whole figure, is the articulation. This is when they said they spared no expense. They made sure every single thing a Spidey figure needs is on this. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get to it. So let me go ahead and set this up. Oh, with the head, we see it has the G.I. Joe Hasbro type rotation. This is like the head. So as we see, it has the G.I. Joe type rotation where it has a disc. Can this thing focus? Can you focus? Okay, has a disc hinge and a ball joint in the bottom, so you can move it around. You can do dynamic, head movement with this. Some pretty good poses. But why did it have to be a disc hinge? Why couldn't it just be a double ball joint? Hasbro can do double ball joints. They could do it. They did it with the movie Deadpool. This, little to no excuse. They could have done the little slit in the back of the neck that the Retro and the Renew Vows figure has with this added G.I. Joe style neck joint. There, we would have had a pretty much better neck joint, but whatever. We got what we got, and you know what? For what it is, it's pretty decent. He can look up this far, looking like he's flying. He can look down, looking very sad, looking like he's depressed. He should be depressed. The neck can swivel side to side. I think I went through that. And now let's go through the arms. So this is a perfect butterfly. I really like how they did the butterfly. Usually there would be like a peg inside and people would have to modify it and take a peg out, use an X-Acto knife, hot water and shit. They don't do that with this figure, and I think that is really good. Man, I forgot to mention this section has this thing right here that looks ugly. Whatever. I forgot to mention the back spider. Damn, it looks okay. This is ugly, but as I was saying, Butterfly is really good. You can really get a lot of range with this. I really like that. Make him look like he's flexing. Come on. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get myself a headache if I keep doing that. Okay, he has a bicep swivel, double jointed arms. There we go. And forearm articulation. This is cool. This is very nice. Forearm articulation. This is because mainly this is removable, but it's nice that they added that, you know. And some wrist. They can go up and down by a hinge. If only this camera could focus. Stupid ass. I'm gonna punch this camera, bro. Okay. I'm gonna. All right. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's on a hinge. It's like every Marvel Legends. You should expect this by now. Get to the torso. Look at that. Look at how good it crunches. I think that's how far it goes. Look at this. Look at that arch. Look at that arch. Let's just, come on. Put the arch in a good use. There we go. Look at that arch. Look at that. Very nice. Drop down hips. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Every Spidey needs drop down hips in this torso. A lot of people say they would wish they would had a ball jointed diaphragm joint. I wouldn't disagree with that. He can do the split. He hit his head. He can do the splits. Very nice. Double jointed knees. Yep. And calf rotation. So you can break every bone in his body. And yeah, hinge. And toe articulation. Every Spidey needs toe articulation. It has everything a Spidey figure should need. Toe joints, neck rotation, all that stuff. Basically, it's trying to compete with the Mafex, as we all know. And we're going to do a comparison later. But for what it is, domestic Legends-wise, yes, it is the best posable Spidey you could get from Hasbro. It is honestly great, and you can get some great poses with it. I'll show off the poses later after, you know, scaling and comparisons and all that shit. But yeah, that's the main selling point of the figure, and I feel like that is where it is at its best. So kudos to that figure for having, you know, just great articulation in general. Oh, while we finish one of the main selling points of the figure, I forgot to mention there's another one, and that is the amount of accessories. That is why it's called Maximum. It has everything a Spidey figure should need. So let's see if that is really true. So let's just put him out the way and just bring in all the accessories. Yeah.
I urinate on other men for money.
What was that? Close up this oven over here. There we go. Look at that, Matt. So for tonight, we're having the accessory casserole. First off, we have this web piece. This boiled chicken in there is disgusting. We have this web piece. Let me just move this somewhere else, actually. So let's start off with this Goonie web piece. Yeah, other than it's kind of useless because of the stand, and it doesn't really connect to the hand. Unless Spidey is in a very deep position, it would work well. And I did try something with this, and it works pretty nicely. The same goes for... That shit's loud. Same goes for this right here. This is the same thing, connects to the little given stand. It doesn't connect to the hand, but looks okay. I'm pretty sure there was already an accessory with that. No, I might be confusing it for something else. Let's see, what's next? Ooh, we have a side dish of a Marvel vs. Capcom web shield. This is very nice. Reminds me of the Mezco, and I'll be honest, I could put this on any other Spidey figure and I wouldn't complain. I really like this. This is a nice piece. Then we have the flaccid web noodles. You're better off getting custom webs or even the Sentinel ones, so let's just do that. Here is the Spidey Sense effect piece. Clips to the Spidey head very nicely. Not to the Peter head though, and I'm pretty sure this could work with any other Spider-Man. I don't know if I've tried it yet. Maybe I'll send pics on my Instagram, follow that if you want to. But yeah,
Very nice piece indeed. We can see that it has a squinty head. Very well done. I don't think there's any problem with the lines on mine, as I haven't really checked it fully. I don't really care for this head much. I could see that people don't like this head, and I could see why. The lenses aren't doing much expression. I would like a half-mast head instead, or a head of a different art style. But for what we have, it's okay. Now let's move on. The Peter head. It looks okay. Not my favorite. I don't know what else to say. Photoreal looks okay. Let me see. I don't think I've done the masked head like this. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Let's get to the hands. These are the forearm pieces. You can see it has a nice marble-ish thing to it. Very, very nice. These don't articulate though. Wish they would. Then he comes with these webby goonie parts, which, I'll be honest, it reminds me of the Sentinel Spidey. Is it nice? I don't know. Maybe they could have done something else. Maybe they could have found a way for these to clip on the other loopy hands. But, I don't know. Maybe have more extended web effects. But, yeah, these are the same amount of hands you get. Let me see if I can find something else. Hold up. To mention, the wide hands on my copy have a little paint splotch. 50 smackaroos, people. But yeah, same amount of hands with these added parts. It's pretty nice. I do wish they added like a half-mast head, or maybe some food like a pizza or something to make it like really stand out. Cause yeah, that's all I can really say. But it's okay. Yeah, they're pretty cool. And we're gonna show off the posing with the accessories right after we get to scaling. So let's just get to it. Alright, so let's just get started with the size comparison. Steve. And because he inspired a certain anime character, let's just show him off to Deku. They look pretty cool together. Here he is next to Shocker, Gerald Robotnik, Robot Whizzlefy, some random tracksuit mafia, you know, in case you want him to beat him up. Why the hell is he taller? That's scary. MJ wearing Gwen's dress, I guess. Here he is next to what is my favorite Marvel Legends Spider-Man, this Amazing Friends figure. I really love this figure a lot. And, you know, since we have him, why not compare him to one of the OGs? I think this was one of the first, well, I don't know, but this is like one of the oldest Hasbro Peters by like 10 years. Here he is, Pizza Spidey. Very nice looking. I'm gonna be honest, the more I look at these in between, the more I'm really starting to like the muscle proportion shit this guy has next to Venom. Here he is next to Blocky's Optimus Prime. And finally, here we have him next to the Mafex, the one that people really compare him to the most. I can really see why people choose one thing over the other. But in reality, it's all down to preference. There are pros and cons to each of them, and I could do a whole separate video comparing them if you want me to. But one thing I will say is that the Mafex does have a higher thing, which is the sculpt. I feel that sculpted web lines are better, considering that the Maximum is supposed to be a premium figure, and Mafex does bring it out more with the detail and sculpt. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. It's all down to preference. If you want a good posable Spider-Man, there are many alternatives like the Sentinel Peter B, the SHF, and the Rebel Tech. But yeah, it's all really down to preference. But like I mentioned before, if you want me to do another video comparing them, I will do so in about 500 years. Well, let's just get to posing now.
Have some more chicken. Have some more pie. It doesn't matter if it's boiled or fried.
Fab Five Freddy told me everybody's fly. EJ's spinning, I said my. Flash is fast, Flash is cool. Francois Sabah, Flash ain't no dude, and you don't stop. Go out to the parking lot, and you get in your car, and you drive real far, and you drive all night, and you see a light. I'm a menace,
for 5 minutes. Take a little bit of this, blow right in it. Switch, but don't spit it. Swallow it now, finish.
Here we are, the final verdict. I'm gonna be honest, as I was doing this whole posing montage, and I hope I did good with them, I tried to use all the accessories and all the extra accessories from other figures. But if I'm being honest, yeah, as I was posing them, it kind of grew on me. The figure started growing on me a bit more. Sure, the QC issues very, like, they hold it back. It really does hold it back from its true potential. But it was actually, it's a fun figure to pose with. I like, you know what you're gonna get. The joints are smooth, everything is fine. I didn't have any breakage so far. So yeah, most I'm gonna say is it's a pretty good figure. QC issues are the things that hold it back. And not only that, it's also the price point, which I can imagine why you guys would be upset. You know, $50 for all this, sure. When you could just get the Mayfix for a couple bucks more. But in reality, what you buy is what you buy. If you're looking forward to getting this figure, I think BBTS might have a pre-order.
You never escaped me. Prepare.